He was smiling, in the exact moment most people would have broken. Not because he didn't feel pain, but because, somehow, he decided it wasn't the most important thing. And that's the part people misunderstand. Because what you're seeing isn't just courage. It's something far rarer. It's a man who has already decided what matters before the moment tests him. At first glance, Rengoku looks simple. He's loud, passionate, unshakably optimistic. The kind of character you think you understand within minutes. But that's not what his story is really about. Because Rengoku isn't strong in the way most people define strength. He's strong in a way that most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid. And the film quietly reveals this, not through what he says, but through how he chooses to suffer. Let's start with the train. The mission itself feels straightforward. Protect the passengers, eliminate the threat. On the surface, Rengoku is exactly what you'd expect from a powerful warrior. He's composed, efficient, and decisive. When the danger appears, he doesn't hesitate. He moves forward. And at face value, this reads as confidence. But psychologically, something deeper is happening. Rengoku isn't reacting to fear. He's acting from clarity. There's a difference. Most people wait to feel brave before they act. He acts because he already knows what the right thing is. That's why there's no visible internal conflict. Not because he's fearless, but because he's already resolved the question that fear usually creates. Should I protect myself, or should I protect others? For him, that question has already been answered. And that's what makes his presence feel so steady. Because the instability most people feel in high-pressure moments doesn't come from danger itself. It comes from indecision. Then comes the dream sequence. Everyone else is pulled into their deepest desires. Comfort, escape, illusion. Even strong characters struggle here. Because the dream isn't just a distraction, it's an emotional refuge. Rengoku's dream is simple. He's home. He's with his family. He's at peace. And for a moment, it feels like everything he's ever wanted. But then he wakes up. Not slowly. Not reluctantly. Immediately. And this is where the film does something most viewers feel, but never consciously register. Because the real question isn't how he broke out of the dream. It's why it didn't hold him longer. Psychologically, dreams like this work because they offer something unresolved. Something you're still chasing. But Rengoku isn't chasing that version of his life anymore. He's already accepted what he has lost. And more importantly, what he cannot have back. That acceptance removes the illusion's power. Then we arrive at the fight. The moment everyone remembers. The moment that defines him. On screen, it's a battle between two opposing forces. One that believes strength is survival, and one that believes strength is sacrifice. His opponent offers him a different path. Become stronger, avoid death, transcend human limits. And at face value, it sounds reasonable. But the offer isn't really about power. It's about escaping vulnerability. About never having to feel this level of pain again. And most people, if they're honest, understand the temptation. The desire to harden yourself. To stop caring so deeply. To become someone who can't be hurt this way again. That's the real offer being presented. And Rengoku refuses it. Not because he doesn't want to live, but because he understands something most people spend years avoiding. A life without vulnerability is also a life without meaning. As the fight continues, his body begins to fail. The damage accumulates. The outcome becomes inevitable. But the film shifts the definition of strength. Because Rengoku doesn't win the fight, but he refuses to lose himself. He holds his ground. Not because he believes he can still win, but because he refuses to abandon what he stands for. This is no longer a fight for victory. It's a fight for alignment. To remain true to who he is, even at the end. And then, the ending. He's no longer fighting. The battle is over. He speaks not about the enemy, but about living. About continuing forward. About carrying something meaningful even after loss. There's no regret. No bitterness. Because from his perspective, nothing was lost. He fulfilled his role. He lived according to his values. And for him, that's enough. Rengoku represents a form of strength built on acceptance, of pain, of limits, and of reality. And in real life,